Welcome back to an all-new Let's Talk Lions live. Thank you, everybody, for being here, for just hanging out after that ugly loss. Do me a favor, drop a like on the stream. Get us where we need to go. Lions lose to the Cowboys 24-6, and a lot of tough takeaways from this game. I'm seeing everybody in the chat. Good to see you. I'm a depressed Detroit fan. Yonima, Tony, what's happening? Tyler, my guy. Lions fan, one. Paulie, LFP. Good to see you guys. Yeah, man, why do we do this to ourselves every week? Being a fan of a bad team is tough. It's tough. Gotta say, stars of the game, Khalif Raymond. On Detroit's side, Khalif Raymond was an absolute stud. I mean, watching Goff find him as many times as he did, Khalif Raymond had 5 receptions for 75 yards. He had 1 long for 20. And he also ran the ball, had 2 carries for 20 yards. Khalif Raymond was looking good. Goff went 21 for 26, 228, 8.8 yards on average. 2 picks. Now, there's a lot that we could talk about here right now. Grid, my guy, good to see you. No good takeaways. That's where I disagree. One thing that we can see that was good out of this is, hey, man, listen, I think Campbell called a pretty good game. I think Campbell was great. I thought coaching in general, the defense looked great out of the gate. Aiden Hutchinson, 2 sacks, some solid pressures. Even Deshaun Elliott, there were problems. Jeff Okudah had a great game. Jeff Okudah stopped multiple plays that would have been ripped off for huge rushes for Dallas. Jeff Okudah had a great game. Tyler, my guy, there it is. Okudah was fantastic. Yeah, he was. I was very, very happy to see what he was able to do. To see Detroit come off the bye, and really realign everything defensively and be able to take on Dallas how we did. I mean, why did we lose? You could point to multiple things, but turnovers. There's turnovers. We lost the turnover game, and therefore we lost the game. Now, the first pick, I don't think was a pick. Even listening to Tony Romo and whoever the other dude was talking, it sucks because you can't challenge that. And where was New York on that? That ball looked like that hit the ground. I got to go back and watch replays over and over again. But pretty pissed about that, and I think I don't look at, quite frankly, when you look at that throw in general, Goff underthrew it. It deserved to be picked. However, I do not think it was a clean interception. Does that make sense? So when I look at that, yeah, it was a bad throw. That ball hung and did not get where we needed to go. So, exactly. Secret Bear, you were absolutely correct. Terrible throw. However, was not clean, but they deserved it anyways. Look, man, no DeAndre Swift, then no Amon-Ra St. Brown, and no DJ Chark. I mean, we are feeling the repercussions of this. God, I can't wait to see Jameson Williams out there. We need him out there yesterday because at this point, St. Brown with the concussion. Hey, thank God the NFL actually cares now. But it's so weird to watch because you look at Tua, who goes down, and they didn't do a darn thing. They didn't care at all. Let him try to play the game against the Bills, get that W, and now he's in such a worse position. And I'm like, all right, at least it's good to see the NFL care about concussion protocol. It sucked because no St. Brown at that point. You watched how they started playing man to man and locking down our receivers. They just locked us down. Locked us down, man. You know what, Ben? I'm going to give you this one. This is a great point. This is something that I'm wondering as well. 1:45 left in the first half with the ball. 3 timeouts and don't even attempt to play for 3 going into the half. Nice one, Dan. Did not understand that decision. I understand, the area of you don't want to risk it, but this is the worst part, guys. This is where I'm getting a little frustrated is I feel like I'm on a seesaw. Where 1 week we go for it on 4th down 6 times. And then the next week we have over a buck left on the clock, 3 timeouts, and we're just like, let's just let it run to the half because why not? We're going to get the ball back anyways. And I'm like, 1 week we are so overly aggressive. And then the next week we do whatever that was. And I'm like, it's just a seesaw of emotion. And it's a seesaw of what is going on. That was the one call throughout this whole thing. Actually, that was the first call that I was a little bit pretty pissed at. Followed by not challenging the Brock Wright touchdown on the 1-yard line. Watching it back, Brock Wright was probably 6 inches short. 3 to 9 inches short on that TD, but not even challenging it, hurrying up, getting to the line and calling for the run play. We're like 1.5 yards off. I mean, I don't know what that was. Hated that. Just throw the red flag. Lions mania. Sure, yeah, I totally get that. However, looking at the spot, I would have thrown the flag. It was too close to not, in my opinion. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, man. This has been tough. Glad the defense stepped up. Glad Okudah stepped up to where he's proving himself to be a solid cornerback for the Detroit Lions for the next X amount of years. Was he a third overall pick worthy? No. I don't know if any cornerback would ever be. But we have him. We have a solid corner. Oruwariye looked pretty good. Penei Sewell's an absolute monster. I think even watching that game, I'm watching our O-line thinking, man, they are studs. And it sucks, dude. No DeAndre Swift, no St. Brown, no Chark. You can't do what we were doing right off the bat against Philly or Washington for that matter. And we are watching it all go down. Following that Brock Wright, Jamal Williams fumbling that ball on the one. Williams is a stud. Jamal Williams is an absolute stud, and I mean, I think they were saying the stat, he's never had a fumble that was recovered by the opposing team. And for that to happen, it was 6-10 at that point in the third. I believe that was in the third. 6-10. Lions would have been up at least 12. You're looking at 13. We're in the game. We're there. We're right there. But this is the problem, is we are always right there. Always right there. Never can seem to get over that hump. Kirby Joseph. Gotta say, listen, man, that guy's a ball hawk. He is as advertised when it comes to being a ball hawk. But, man, could we have used 2 of those picks. Could have used them big time. Steve-O calling it. Lions beat themselves this game. Yeah, we did. I think when you look at our team overall, I don't want to talk draft because it's so early in the season, but it sucks when you're now 1-5. So, but I'm looking and I'm thinking, like, defensively, we have a lot of work to do. I do have to say, Josh Pascal, he was making himself known out there. It was great to see Pascal out on the field, making some plays. But I think defensively, we're going to have to start. We got to really revamp this defense. Did they come out and play well defensively here in Detroit? Yes, absolutely they did. But there's still a lot of work to do. Lions fan, Paulie, thank you for the donation, man. Who should be the new head coach of the Lions? I'm not, maybe unpopular opinion. I'm not ready to can Dan Campbell yet. I'm not. I mean, if we are 1-16 at the end of this year, we'll have this discussion again. But at the moment, I'm not ready to have that conversation. I don't think it's time yet. Yeah, Secret Bear, calling it out. Alex Anzalone. Some moments he's making big hits. Other moments I'm just confused as to what is he. Obviously, there was that one play where he jumped over the line that gives him the first down. That sucked. Gave him the free play that they throw for 15 yards. But yeah, man. Tough loss for Detroit. I think for me coming into this game, I had already assumed. I was like, all right, we will lose this game. However, let's see what Detroit can do. I did not anticipate winning at all. Just came into it saying we're going to lose it. So let's just see how the defense can bounce back, how the offense can bounce back through the bye week after getting shut out by New England. Offensively, we did not. We just didn't. Hockenson looked good. Very happy with Hockenson's performance. But I'm telling you, man, without St. Brown out there or Chark to just pull the defense in another direction, I mean, who are we going to? Khalif Raymond, Brock Wright. Or we're just trying to run the ball up the gut and, yeah, it ain't happening. Tony, Agreed, Jay. Wait till the end of the year. I think Campbell gets next year max until we make a decision. Yeah, I'm looking at next year. If next year we're a 3-13-1 team, I think the experiment has failed. But I don't think it's over yet. There is so much we need talent-wise, playmaker-wise, and we have a lot of young rooks. We've got a lot of second-year guys that need to be developed, that need to make that next step. It is the talent on this team that is really... We're in these games. And yes, I think we lost Minnesota because of Dan Campbell's decisions. Yep, I do. That's the end of the story. However, most of these games, I'm going to say we're in there. And the coaching and the schemes, there's a lot that I love. Ben Johnson is an absolute stud of an offensive coordinator. I love what he's doing for us. It's the talent that we really need to take that next step forward. Looking at Josh Pascal up front, very excited with what he was able to do. Aiden Hutchinson looked amazing. Like, we have guys. Okuda is showing up to be the cornerback that we need him to be. Now we got to see where, not Anzalone, Rodrigo and Barnes. Can these guys both develop into huge playmakers where we can move Anzalone out, have those two boys grow up, become men out on the field, and dice it up a linebacker? Because we struggle, dude. They came out in the second half, handing the ball off to Pollard, running it right down the throat, man. Lions fan, my guy. How long will St. Brown be out? Well, he has the concussion, so I know he's ruled out for the rest of today. I believe concussion protocol. I do believe he should be okay next week as long as there's no signs that are suffering. But anybody in the chat who has the actual answer, drop that in there for me. I am unsure. Because, hey, Tua, well, I guess if you're ruled with a concussion, which Tua was. Anyways. I want Romeo Okwara out there, man. Barnes is struggling, that is for sure. Not getting a lot out of Barnes. Ooh, we have to trade Hawk and Swift by the trade deadline. That's bold. DeAndre Swift, yes, he is injured quite often. However, I'm not open to trading either of those guys at the moment. That's just me. Though you are right. Imagine Hawk with an actual QB. Hawkinson could be great. He could be top 5 material. But No, I would not trade Taylor Decker either. I think our O-line is outstanding. They're outstanding. Our O-line is so good. I would say do not trade Taylor Decker. I love him up front. I think he is an asset. We need him on the left. You have Sewell on the right. Ragnow. Like, our O-line is looking good. Where did all the penalties come from on our O-line in general? It was Evan Brown. It was Stenberg. It was like number 70, Skipper. That's kind of where we had those problems. For the most part, Sewell absolutely locking up Micah Parsons. Man, I like our O-line. Don't trade any of them. Would you agree with me that they should have kept Matthew Stafford? The problem is the Movie Bros production, Stafford wanted out. Stafford said, I want out of here. So it wasn't even, it was possible to keep, but Stafford did not want to be here for another rebuild, and therefore he asked for out. We didn't choose to get rid of him. Stafford with this team, looking at him this year, I don't know, dude. Probably not, because I think the draft picks that we're getting from LA are worth it. I think they're worth it. Think about it. With that extra draft pick, who do we get? J-Mo. I think we made the right decision in moving on from Stafford. I know it hurts for a lot of Lions fans to hear that, but we had to. He wanted out. Time to move on, take that draft capital, and then reap those benefits, those rewards. Yeah, Sewell, top 5 O-lineman. If he's not going to the Pro Bowl, then the Pro Bowl is just an absolute joke, which it is already in general. But Sewell is an absolute god out there. As a whole, you know what? I think we kind of knew coming into this game, it was a long shot to win. Detroit didn't stand the greatest chance. Hoping to see them defensively come on strong. I mean, the only reason that it's 24-6, quite frankly, is because of the turnovers. Giving the ball away to Dallas, letting them score all those extra points at the end. In the end, dude, tough loss. Who do I want to win? The Raiders or the Texans? Go Raiders. Screw you, Houston. Anyways, that's it. Those are just my initial thoughts about this game. Happy about Okudah. Love where he's stepping up. Really happy with Aiden Hutchinson, the way he's looking offensively. Oh my God, we need to get Swift back in there. We got to get St. Brown back in there. And please, for the love of God, JMO, heal up because we need that. Just too much on the shoulders of Jamal Williams, I think. I think it's too much on his shoulders to have to bear. Craig Reynolds, obviously can hit those holes pretty well, but I think even Tony Romo said at one point, man, some of those holes that open up on the offensive line that Swift can make it through with his speed, with his agility. Oh, man, miss that. Need that back out there. Great to see another kicker in Honolulu Blue. Thinking about stretching out the old leg and wandering up to Ford Field, knocking on the gates and saying, allow me to try to kick a ball, because it looks like they're just letting anybody do it. So maybe it's time for me to stretch out this old pup. I played soccer in the 6th grade. Oh, man. Tough loss here. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out for just a quick recap, because otherwise I would have just gone on a walk with my wife and just said all these words to her, and at some point she probably would have just been like, what did you say? So this has been great therapy for me. Thank you all. We will look a little deeper into this game later this week. We'll start getting prepared for next week. But here's the problem. I don't want this to be the same old podcast or video podcast, YouTube channel every single time we come on after a loss. So we're going to figure out some new ways to make this a little bit more fun. Maybe getting a phone line to talk to you guys after some of these losses. That'd be fun. That is it for today. I'll catch you next time on Let's Talk Lions. Everybody enjoy the rest of your beautiful Sunday here in Michigan. My God, 73 degrees? Good Lord, son. I'll catch you next time on Let's Talk Lions.